On April the 17th of 2021, the normal range for my Google My Business listing, one of my listings, was 7 on search and 8 in maps. And this was on April the 17th. Now, what I'm going to walk you through today is the results, the ongoing results and testing that I've been implementing on one of my Google My Business accounts for CTR and traffic burst campaigns. So as a caveat, please don't run out and just start sending random traffic at high volumes. I'm sending this traffic in with my partner Eric to very specific URLs. I'm running very specific amounts from different angles, PPC, bots, humans, phones. We're trying out and seeing what exactly works. What moves the needle? What doesn't move the needle? What moves the needle more than others? Where can we get the most bang for our buck in the shortest amount of time? So this has been an ongoing test. Obviously, I cannot be as risky on a client's account as I can on my own. But I want to share with you some of the volumes, some of the amounts, some of the success. So bear with me, stick with me till the end. I'll also show you live. This video is for my website, where I'm going to create a blog post. I'm going to utilize these images and also this video to explain exactly what they're learning inside the blog post. So let's walk through this. This is normal range, as I mentioned before, for my website. I live in a very tiny town, about 2,000 people. No one even knows what SEO is. They probably think it's like a sandwich or something. But with that being said, normal range as of the 17th, listing was 7, maps 8. All right. Now, as I started my campaign, okay, you can see where I started the burst campaign was on the 2nd, all right? So May the 2nd, right here at the top, is where I started to initiate the campaign. And in all actuality, I probably started around the 1st, right, at the 1st of the month to see. This is when I really started testing things out, and I was trying out a little, small volumes of traffic going to particular places. I was really just trying to see, hey, can I get this to trigger? Can I get it to move? So as you can see, on the 2nd, I initiated 2,500, nearly 2,600 searches, basically, for different types of keywords, different variations of keywords, keywords plus brand, all different types within maps, and also a small volume within organic, a massive jump all in one day. And this is where the CTR campaign started to pick up. So as you can see on day 2, this is going to be the 3rd. Here, I'll move this over so you can see. On the 3rd, okay, so this is going to be the 2nd day of the burst traffic campaign. You can see here on listings, we had 43, so brought that down because really where we're trying to get the movement is within maps. So what I found is, by splitting it up, doing it in bursts over the course of a couple days, all right, anywhere between 3 to 5 days is exactly what you want to be hitting. So on this 2nd day, 1,500, nearly 1,600, all right, 1,000 less than from the day before. And I also decreased the amount into search. So let's go ahead and move on to the next slide. So as you can see, this should say day number 3, but as you can see here, we also repeated nearly exactly the same thing as the day before. So here's the 4th, here's the 3rd. Oh, this is the 3rd, and this right here is the 2nd. All right, so now you can see some of the volumes that I was sending in and where I was sending them to. So we have our maps, and then we have our organic, in volumes of anywhere from 1,600 all the way up to 2,600. So starting really, really big and then working our way down gradually. All right. Now, this was a 3-day burst campaign. Generally, again, 3 to 5 days is the sweet spot that I have found with other client accounts on a much smaller amount of traffic. Not even this much. You can do the same thing. I was just trying to see. This again is some testing, and it's ongoing. You'll see, as if you take a look here, you can see some of the spikes where I was playing with it a little bit more to see if I could get more of a nudge, and we're going to cover that as we go here. Now, as we take a look down here, okay, after the 3-day burst campaign, what I call is the recalculating or the adjustment period, okay? Google Maps Google needs to catch up. They need to recalculate. They need to adjust. All right. Now, please note, we were sending in very high volumes very quickly of paid traffic, bot traffic, real users, and also different variations of PPC, like coming from all different angles. All right. Authoritative sites, bots, real people, real users, and phones that we have. I have 9 phones. So it's just all different types of searches. So as you can see, the recalculation on the 7th, as you can see here, it spiked way high and then it just flatlined for exactly 4 days. All right. So now I call this I call this the it's recalculating. It's the adjustment period. All right. So let me go ahead and share this with you. Now, once the recalculation happens, as you can see, where we were divulging most of our attention, which was in maps, a little bit in organic, because we shouldn't be initiating that much volume into maps, even though it's a burst campaign. I've tried this on other accounts before and it just stayed flat. So that's where I learned you need to get a little bit going into organic as well. All right. So when we're sending in massive amounts really quickly, massive volumes in a short period of time of all different types of variations, I'm incorporating my brand, my business with keywords and different keyword variations and towns and cities and streets, all different types, just bam, 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 bam. As you can see, as you recalculate, look at after the recalculation, I'm now being tested. And when I go out and I look, now I'm being tested for those words that I was initiating inside of these searches. And then this one. So here's 20 days or 11 days after the recalculation, we went up to 350. This is May the 2nd. Okay. So it's at 350 and 35. On June the 5th. Okay. So count that however many days that is. 28, 29, 30 is what? 13 plus 5. All right. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 18 days later, now we have 850 people finding us within maps. And now when we come over to here, it rode all this time. Here's July the 6th. Okay. We're at 516. You know, I took the high peak, but you can see it's been adjusted for the whole time. So you can take a look and see for yourself. Here's the quarterly results. So we'll click on month, quarter here. I'll go ahead and refresh it. And then we'll scroll on down here. And as you can see here, so here's our month. We're doing pretty well. We'll go look at the quarter here. And as you can see, here's where we did the burst campaign. I initiated it. We did a little bit more bursting because I started the fall off. And I started initiating some more campaign, you know, in the middle of June here, like in the start, I did a little bit more. And you could see as we fell off and then came right back and rode. All right. Now I'm going to be initiating another campaign here. Probably going to start it tonight or tomorrow. I wanted to cover some of the details. I'm going to be sharing this inside of a post. Inside the post, we'll cover, you know, some of the results, some of the actions that I want to go ahead and share. I'll put inside the post where I was able to do very small, select amounts of clicks and traffic and be able to rank something very quickly inside of Google Maps, just with a smaller volume of traffic, because I really pinpointed it. Now with all of the clients that I've been through, plus my own stuff and testing and seeing, I've been able to just nail it. So, and if you have any questions, feel free, go ahead and ask in the comments below. And I always look forward to seeing you in the next Google My Business, Google Maps SEO video. I hope you have a wonderful day. Goodbye.